That will be enjoyable, and of course I'll get to know all of the students in the class very well, which I really look forward to. We don't often, I think I did say this in March, we don't often get much chance to work with the same students for 4 semesters in a row. That's just really become a community. Just to remind you, I'm in the English department. That's not surprising for the course. I've been at MSU for more years than I want to mention, but background in science and interdisciplinary studies, math, went on to do medieval studies in Yale grad school, and came back here to teach, and I've been doing that ever since. Professor Arch, Steve Arch, was based on being here. He said he was going to come and say just a little bit about himself. He's both my chair, and he's teaching year 2, and some of the plans he has made involve field trips, if you want to call them that, except that we aren't leading them. You guys get to take your kids to their play, probably in the fall. These are both at MSU campus, so they're reasonably close. In the fall, it's As You Like It, right? And in the spring, Greats of Wrath in the stage version. So the nice thing about using those plays is that we can get an actor or a director or someone involved in the play to come to the class and talk about what putting that play together is like. And not that we're assigning them, I'm not assigning As You Like It, but you can go see a Shakespeare play if it's done well and follow it from the action As You Like It. It's a lot of fun. So Greats of Wrath is pretty easy to follow, I think, the stories. So we'll do some stuff like that, and he may have more to say about it. We're going to have a graduate assistant helping both me and Professor Arch in the 2 classes. Beata Pizza, or Beata, I tend to make it like Italian, but Beata, is that closer?
Beata.
Beata, okay. And Beata, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a first-year graduate student in the Department of English here at MSU. I did my bachelor's degree. I just graduated in May of 2010 from MSU with my degree in English, and I'm going to be working with Professor Arch and Professor Timor.
We're still working on that.
This year, and I'll be working in a writing lab on Sundays from 2 to 4, and I'll also be attending classes with the students as well. So I'm going to serve as just another resource guide. Probably give my 2 cents during class time about the reading side of the assignments. So,
and you were saying that you've done AP courses in the not so distant past.
Yes, when I was in high school, I actually all 4 years I took AP courses in English, and so it just I'm very excited to work with this program this year and just work with the students because looking back, I realized how much of a rewarding experience it was for me to have, I guess, a higher level of an English course to experience that and how much it helped me when I then made the transition to college and taking college courses in English, which are not anything like high school courses.
So AP courses maybe in the future of some of you folks, and that's here's a good resource. That is a good resource for, well, what's that going to be like if I decide to? So okay.
I want to talk about student success because we have found some things that truly make it easier for kids to succeed in this program. One of them that Tess will be talking about later is the Angel site, and we definitely want them to be using this because it'll be a communication service. It'll have assignments, it'll have messages, it will give them a chance to communicate with each other. It's kind of like Blackboard. If your school has Blackboard, it's similar to that. And that will be the main communication outside of class. Besides that, I will be, and I'll talk about this a little later, using websites. I've collected email addresses from you, updated. And so snow days, we put it on our webpage, and we put it on, I do an email blast. And it'll appear on Angel as well. We try to get the information out to you because we know the class is early. I'm one of those people that gets up at 5, and I know from my emails in the morning that Steve gets up at 5 as well. Calls me. And so we try to, at least 2 hours before class starts, have the class canceled by then. And especially with this one being an early morning class. We're very respectful of that because we have kids coming from Mount Pleasant, we have people coming from Novi, all over the place. And we don't want anyone to be injured. If we hold class here because it's not bad here, but it's bad where you're at, please feel, take mind and don't come. Contact us, let us know, and we'll deal with that. Nothing is more important than being safe, okay? But, so communicating, staying in touch, and parents, it's there, you can take a look, so you know what's going on as well. Meeting once a week requires time management, and this is probably the most important skill that kids learn. I mean, they're already coming in hopefully with a level of reading, and they're going to develop their writing skills, and they have something to go by. But most bright kids, and maybe this group will be an exception, but I know when I taught, I always worried terribly about these kids. Never really had to study all that hard. They really kind of just get it. And I promise you, you little seat jumpers, you, that are always going to know all the answers, you have met your challenge now. And you bet, I know. Because now is a good time to do that. It's not when you're a freshman in college and they go, oh my gosh, I don't know how to study, and I'm expected to do it and it's costing you big bucks. Now is the time for them to develop that skill. And so you cannot wait to start reading. What is the first book they're reading that's so late in here?
Well, the first long book is Jane Eyre.
Jane Eyre.
That's week 3, but
Two
we've not
pages.
heard it. Start reading it.
You might have seen that come home today? Yeah. You're not going to wait until the Sunday before to start it. Not a good idea. And she has been conscientiously kind to give it to you now, so you can start reading it. You don't start writing papers 40 hours before it's due. You do have to go home and start, as soon as you get the assignment, plan it out. You've got to plan, get your planner out and put time to do that. Papers due, get them done. I will tell you, 2 years from now, you will come to me, and every year it happens in CHAP as well. The best thing I ever learned was how to manage my time, and what a valuable gift that is. What a wonderful lesson that is to learn. The other thing I want you to think about is that you are now with people just as smart or smarter than you, just as capable or more capable, and do not let the fact that you are not the A+, outstanding, #1 kid in class defeat you, okay? Everybody has things that they bring to this group, and we're going to be able to build on all of those things. But this is the big pond now. So where you may have come from a small school, a large school, and you are #1, now we're all the #1s together, so not everybody can be #1, but you can share that spotlight. The thing is I want you to look at yourself and develop yourself this year. And don't let the fact that first essay that you write doesn't come back with a big star and an A on it like you're used to getting. Accept the fact that this is a 2-year growth process. Now, spring of 12, we're still not seeing the progress that we want, then you can start to sweat it a little. But
we'll talk about it with yourself. We'll talk about it before then.
Absolutely. But it is a growth process, and I want you to be patient with yourself. I don't want you to be a quitter. I want you to hang in there. And we have support people. They're available to you. You have in your packet contact information via email and phone, and you can call me, and my cell phone is available 24/7, and we will help you. We won't let it get to the point where you just can't cope any longer. But you do have to allow that there are going to be days it's tough. And there's going to be days that you're not going to do real well, and you're going to come walking out thinking, man, I didn't do so hot. But the next week it might be the hot one. So I want you to be patient with yourself. I want you to keep in contact with each other. Tess said you could become a community. That is imperative. You need to work with other people. You need to, contact them if you're not understanding something. Or you were in class and she said something and you just didn't quite get it, but you were afraid to ask. Get rid of your support people. The kids that form study groups in college, and I've asked honors college kids, what is the secret to success as an honors college student? Time management. The busier I am and the more structured I am, the more I get done. The other is I got involved in a lot of things, so I knew a lot of people. Here's your community that you need to get to know, and you need to ask. Look at my paper, I don't think I got this, or did you read this passage, I didn't understand it. This will make us all strong if we all work together. So those are my success secrets I can pass along to you from working with kids for 5 years now in programs like this, and some of the perils that they fall into where they doubt themselves or they're having a rough time. It too will pass. You'll all grow stronger from it. So that's my secret of success is don't isolate yourself and think I am the most stupid person in the world, I can't do this, because that's not the case. We have faith in you. One of my things about identifying kids for these programs is I don't pick kids, or I don't want kids picked that it's going to be detrimental to them. We honestly believe in you. We really think that you can do well.
angel side that we're trying to show in the lab kind of hung. And I wanted to go through it fairly quickly for the sake of the students because we didn't get a chance to see this this morning. You might have messed around with it at home this afternoon, but I'm just going to go through. So if you type into any web browser at angel.msu.edu, this is the entry page you come up with. I'm going to go in as myself, so the way I can, and then I will change it from what a teacher sees, the editor of the page sees, to what a student sees. So get it screen like this. Remember those MSU mail IDs that you guys got? 8 letters, 8 characters, I should say, and then not the @MSU.edu. Put that in first. Fine. Then you put in the password you chose. Parents, I don't think you guys can get in unless your child either shares the password or logs in for you. So if you want to see it, ask your ISHALL. Now, students, you will not see all this mess. This is what happens when you're in too many things. You will see, I think, probably only one group. Year 1, ISHALL 2010 to 11. And this is the opening page of the actual course. I'm going to change it from viewing it as myself to viewing it as a member. I think you will actually get your name. It's going to tell me member here in a moment. So it's telling me member now. I think your name will show up there when you log in as yourself. That's just because I'm in this pseudonymous here. So here's the place where announcements show up. I showed you this, that if you type in a word here, look it up in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, it'll give you a new window, and you'll get the online dictionary there. If there are new messages in your Angel mailbox, they will indicate over here, and then this is just our screen. Most of the time, I get this page and I immediately go on to where I want to go next. Usually that's the content section. So in the content section, right now, we have the book list. And this is for the whole first semester, the fall semester. We only gave you guys Understanding Literature, Jane Eyre, and the narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass. But we will take back books as there are no longer assignments in them, and then give you new books as new assignments come up. So you won't have to worry about keeping track of all, whatever it is, 8 of them or 7 of them. Yeah. You will keep Understanding Literature the whole 4 semesters. Did year 2 keep theirs over the summer? So they gave them back, and you're going to give them back. So that's, I just didn't know how they handled it. So those books are this semester. In the fall, I will put up reading units, about 3 or 4 weeks of syllabus at a time. But this is where we're going. We're going to start with seeing all kinds of different forms, fiction, poetry, drama, short fiction, novel, Jane Eyre, fairy tale, because it lets us talk about several things. Then we'll move into things that are more autobiographical, then social engagement with literature, and finally epic and tragedy, 2 of the great, all the way back to classical and before classical times. The epic is found in many, many cultures around the world. Tragedy, one of the great things in Greek drama, and of course Shakespeare. So those are for units in the fall. A reminder. Try something here. That looks a little small to me. Is it small?
Yes.
Yes. Let me try.
Hold eyes.
Mine too. There we go. And also back from the screen. So is that big enough font, or do you want one more? Okay. I know what it says, and I was in trouble. So always, students, always bring these